Hey there, Elite Runner fans! The king of Elite Runners, Elite Godston, is back for more of my Pixelgun 3D weapon stereotypes. I have not done this in about 3 months or done any video uploads or live streams because I've been really busy with family protocol emergencies and a whole lot of stuff. I do apologize. And I did do this type of session previously, but when I was trying to do the edit, unfortunately, the audio was really low because I forgot to set it back when I did a live stream previously beforehand on Twitch. So I do apologize about that one, but luckily enough, this is just a remake of the actual same concept of what I was doing, but a little bit more different. But anyways, with that all aside, we're now going to continue on with my weapon stereotypes for Pixel Gun 3D. This right here is number 9, the Combat Rifle. This is the Combat Rifle. It is Gallery Session number 9. Its rarity is a rare type category. It is in the primary section. It was released in the 2.0.0 update, and there is one skin on this one, the Old Classic. What I have on my notes right here that says for the description section is a military assault rifle that shoots bullets like any other machine gun. There is no appearances on this one, unfortunately, for like any type of references of what it looks like. The performance says this: the rifle shoots 35 regular bullets at a high fire rate with instant bullet travel. The accuracy slightly decreases when actually firing. It has a 4x scope attachment to this weapon, which allows longer range battles. Although a bayonet is attached, it serves no functional purpose. That is from the old skin. Right here is the new skin, but once we do actual playthrough of it, you'll see the old skin appearance on this one. There is a tons of changelogs for being this one for the buffs and the nerfs on this. It says this right here, in the 2.0.0 update, it was the initial release for this weapon. The rifle was released in the early versions of the game, but however, it was taken out for unknown reasons. In the 5.0.0 update, the weapon had 2 upgrades. It was one of the few weapons that changed its model as it was upgraded. In the 6.0.0 update, the update in which flag capture was first released, it was called the Rambo's Rifle. In the unknown.unknown.unknown update, even though it was blue in the armory, it was shown up as black in the game. This, however, was fixed in the later update. In the 10.6.0 update, this weapon got a redesign. In the 16.4.0 update, it was a 10 to 12 shot weapon when it was fully maxed out, when you're at level 65, for example. In the unknown.unknown.unknown update, it was unfortunately nerfed to a 9 to 18 shot kill, but however, it was rebuffed in an undocumented update. In the 21.1.0 update, this weapon reload speed was super low. Well, super slow, not low, sorry, slow. It was a specific bug that was not been patched in a very long time, but I believe it did get fixed in a specific update, which was still in the same range for that one. In the 21.3.0 update, its damage was increased by 20%, and its animation got a few changes and reworked as well too. In the 22.8.0 update, its damage was increased again, but this time by 33%. In the 24.4.0 update, it received a remodel. The old skin appearance has been converted to a skin now, which is the one I'm going to explain about later on anyway. In the 25.2.0 update, which is the last changelog for this one, by the way, its damage was increased, but was not even officially announced. There is one trivia question on this one, and this one is just mostly a rarity type question. Like, you have to figure out what rarity it was beforehand. This combat rifle grade was changed from this rarity to a rare type category in the current upgrade system. However, players who still have this on this specific type of rarity grade will not have the ability to max it out on mythical grade. What rarity was it before they changed it to rare? The answer was the common grade category. A few years back, right when it was first introduced, same thing with this one as well, it was in the common grade category, and it was a very super rare weapon to have this be in the common grade category. However, when they first introduced this new upgrading system way back in 2015 or 2016 or something, I could be wrong, it was now been changed into a rare type category instead of a common grade category. So for folks that still had this weapon, they would not have the ability to max it out to be mythical. But I believe the developers had to change it completely for folks that still had it into common grade category, now changed it into a rare type category. So that was a pretty interesting rare type category weapon for this one for the combat rifle. With that all aside, and all the notes already been dealt with, we're now going to do some playthroughs with it. For this one, we're just going to be worried about team fight and deathmatch and see how this will go. I'm not going to worry about the other modes because those ones are really outdated and nothing much we can do about it. But I will see you guys on the very first map for some test run footage as well too. We are on our very first map, which is Ghost Town, and this is going to be a little bit more difficult on this because combat rifle in this one, it's really difficult to maneuver. But I think once you get the hang of it, it'll be a little bit more challenging to do so. But as I was saying, the only challenge we have for this one is that I can't use any uh, gadgets on this one, like offensive gadgets. But once like the module ones, I can still use. There we go. Once I get the actual, I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm trying to stay focused. The offensive gadgets like the Bloom Key, I cannot use on that one. But the gadget for the invisibility one and also for the module one, I can still use those. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty decent to do, but it's really challenging to actually get the right mindset and also the correct spot. Because if you have aim assist on, it's really easy to maneuver. But I don't have that on, unfortunately, because I want to play it fair. But this weapon's a pretty decent type weapon, and in case you guys wondering, I was supposed to use the new skin. I'm actually using the old skin because this was from a previous video recording I did when I didn't realize my audio was really low. So, oops on that one. I think for the scope, it's a little bit more easy to actually handle when you have a pretty standard map, because Classic Pool is really hard to maneuver, but some of the other ones, not really. I think, yeah, I did get it in time before the other person got me. Once we get to the better ones, it's gonna be really easy to handle. And I think for this one, I totally forgot to say this as well too. For this weapon right here, to be more specific, it cannot be cat spammed, unfortunately, because it's an automatic type weapon. Like other stuff in general, it's really easy to handle. Oh, the other person got it. And we're almost done with this match, so this is still gonna be pretty good so far. Alright, not bad. So I think it's pretty decent to handle, but nothing much I can say about this one, but we're now going to move on to deathmatch now, just to minimize a little bit more of the amount of maps I try to do. Also try to save a whole lot of recording edit time as well too. This time we are now in deathmatch for this fight. And this time I had the new skin. And I think, like I said, for the combat rifle, it's pretty decent and pretty manageable to actually do. So it's probably going to be in the all tier category for like low level players, uh, advanced, and master. Because each specific rank system I have for the players that are in specific levels, if they're in like low level, it's like levels 1 to 25. If they're in the advanced, it's like level 25 to 50. If they're in the max level, like master level, it's going to be like 50 to 65. And I think I did say this beforehand as well too. This weapon can also be really easy to max out to like mythical, but I'd rather not do that anyway for the most part, just to save a whole lot of time. Because if I do it up to mythical, it's gonna be like really like overpowered, and I'd rather not save. I mean, not like save, like waste my gems. And I think between this and the old skin, I think the old skin is a little bit more difficult to manage shots into, but I think for the new skin, it's really easy to actually get at the right moment to get the actual shots in. And I was gonna say this as well too. For the other videos I do as well, those ones are still under development at the moment because I still need more time. But in about 20 seconds, I will probably explain you guys all that once I reach over to the lobby section to finish off this session right here. Not bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, I will see you guys at the lobby. This right here will conclude Combat Rifle for Weapon Stereotypes Part number 9 for Pixel 3D. As I was saying 20 seconds later about like other games I do, I'm still doing Minecraft game builds. Those ones are still under development. I'm almost done with Season 1. I just need to do final testing with those. Once I do final testing of it and get all the command blocks all set and ready to go, I can start doing those video recordings as well. So that way you guys can see all the stuff I made so far. And one other new game I've been trying to play as well too, when I was doing a whole lot of offline camera work, same thing with Pixel 3D events I was doing as well to do a whole lot of grinds and try to stay focused on those. The other game I was playing was Terraria. I could probably do live streams of those and also do another Let's Play on that. So that way you guys can see how pretty good I am, because it's still a little new to me anyway. I played that way back in middle school era in 7th grade. No, 8th grade actually. When some of my friends from school showed me this game, and it was pretty easy and not pretty easy, pretty fun to play because it's like 2D Minecraft. But for that one, it was really hard for me to maneuver because on mobile devices, it's like really hard. But after that, one of my other friends that I know from my first job, which I'm not going to say by the way, told me about Terraria, and it was like, I think I remember Terraria way back in middle school time. So he showed me all the stuff, and now I know all the basics of that game. So I'll probably do a Let's Play of it, and also do live streams of it as well. So anyways, you can see my progression of what I was doing. And I may probably advance myself up to maybe expert and master mode because those ones I actually never experienced. Journey and classic, they're pretty easy for me to handle because I know all the stuff. But some of the actual bosses themselves are really challenging because of 3 specific phases. But anyways, all that aside, but speaking now for only this one, my final ratings for the combat rifle will mostly have to be a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty decent weapon. It's good for all level categories for any specific players or any specific levels. Levels 1 to 25 is in the low rank category. Level 25 to 50 is in the advanced category. And level 50 to 65 is in the master category. For any folks that are in the specific player rankings. So I'll probably maybe put that on screen so I always know exactly what it is. But for low levels, it's mostly just for beginners, like whoever just starting the game and they're new. Advanced is mostly just be like right in the middle, and it's like a little more simple and knows exactly like how to actually control it. And for master, it means like they know exactly what they're doing and know all like the pros and cons to just be which ones is pretty easy to handle. But with those all that set aside, I will see you guys next time, and I do apologize in advance if I was out for 3 months because mostly it was just family protocol emergencies. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, Lightning Strike.